Hello, my name is Ashley Harris, and I'm an educator at the National Museum of Women in the Arts. And today I would like to show you how to make a self-portrait book. This is a one-page folded book format, and we call it a self-portrait book because of the decoration. Here's an example of my finished self-portrait book. On the front, you have a visual portrait or a visual self-portrait. And a self-portrait is a picture of the artist made by the artist. And on the inside, I've also made a written self-portrait using an I am poem. So today I'm just going to show you how to fold the book, but I encourage you to decorate it when you have the chance. To make this book, you only need one sheet of rectangular paper. I also have a spoon, which is going to help me make creases when I fold my page. If you're using a light piece of paper, like I am using printer paper, so it's going to be pretty easy to fold, you might not need this. If you're going to use something heavier, like I gave this a try using watercolor paper, as well as cardstock, you can certainly do it, but it is a little bit harder to fold, so you're going to want something to help you make those creases. Once you have your paper, just place it flat down on a surface. And the first thing that you're going to do, you want it to be horizontally oriented or in the landscape position, and you're going to bring the edges of your paper to meet. Make sure that they're lined up, but don't crease the fold. Okay. Just gonna line up my corners, and then just go a little pinch at the top. Okay. So notice that I didn't fold all the way down, it's still kind of sticking up. And then you're going to open your sheet up again. And what you should have is a little tiny crease at the top part of your page. I'm going to make a mark there so that you can see it, but you don't need to do that at home. And then I'm going to fold, we have two halves now, right? And I'm going to fold one half in half again. So I'm going to take the edge of one side of my paper, line it up to that crease that I made, and fold the paper down. Okay? And this is where that spoon can come in. So for me, I'm using this spoon to just go over that crease to make it extra sharp. So there's a special bookmaking tool called a bone folder that book artists use to make their creases nice and sharp. I'm using a spoon. You can also use something like a popsicle stick to make those creases for you. And now in bookmaking, oftentimes if you do something on one side, you do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take my side, fold it in, and crease down again. And so now it's like I've got a doorway. Okay? I can open the flaps to reveal what's inside. The next thing I'm going to do is fold down the corner. Okay? So I'm going to start with the tip of my paper, and I'm going to fold it into the center again. Right? So it lines up with that crease with the edge of the one half of your page. And once again, I'm going to use my spoon to make that crease extra sharp, and that's really going to help with the next step. And what's also going to help is we're going to do what we call exercising the fold. So I'm going to take that same corner that I just folded down, I'm just going to fold it back the other way. Right? So now the corner is on the back side. And once again, just going to rub my spoon over it and then flatten everything out back where I started. And now I'll do the same thing on the other side. Bring my corner down. Crease. Flip it to the other side. And crease again. And now comes the tricky part. What you want to do is tuck these corners to the inside of the book. And so how I do that is I lift the flap just a little bit and I push in. So if you look at the side, there's a space where all of the creases meet, right? So this one that's going down on the side meets the one on the front, and then the diagonal one on the back as well. and I'm going to push it in so that it lays down flat again. So now you can see that that kind of triangle is now on the inside of the book instead of on the outside of the book. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. And I'll try to do it slowly. I'm going to open it up. I am pushing in on the side crease because we want that to lie down and then up. And once you've done that, you have a completed self-portrait book. And you can go ahead on to decorate with whatever art materials you might have and whatever way you feel is a representation of yourself. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed making your self-portrait book.